Everybody, it's Miss Paulson. I am going to go through how to turn your scary narrative, your Scareative first draft, into the final draft, and what exactly you need to do to transform all of this into your final story, and how we're going to format that. We're going to put it in MLA format, just like we've done before. So here we go. Okay, so I'm going to use my example that I wrote for Sleepy Hollow. Remember, I rewrote this to kind of show you what to do with your scary story and how to lay it out. And I'm going to go through and make a new Google document. And this is what you need to do with yours as well. So you need to go into New Tab and open a new document. Just click on, you can just click on, actually, if you have this report MLA right here, you can click on that. Okay. So, first thing, go ahead and type your first and last name. Okay, I'm going to type mine, but you're going to type your own first and last name. Make sure you capitalize correctly. You're going to type my name, Mrs. Paulson. Then you're going to type the class name. So this is going to be your writing hour. So ELA writing either 4 or 5. And then you're going to write the date in exactly this format right here. So if we're changing it to today, for me, this is 03. And then today is November. And this is 2024. Okay. So right here, you're going to go ahead and put the title of your story, your scary story, whatever you want your title of it to be. Type it right here. I'm just going to put Ichabod Crane and Sleepy Hollow. But you're not gonna type that. You're gonna type whatever your title is of your story. Just come up with something, that's maybe 5 or less words. But make sure you capitalize correctly. Remember, most of your words in your title need a capital letter. If you're not sure on which ones need a capital letter or not, then you could just ask me. Okay, next thing we need to do is take all of this text right here that's all kind of gobbledygook and erase it. So I just highlighted it all, and then I'm going to hit the backspace button. There you go. So now I'm ready to start copying and pasting into my document. I've got nothing else on here except for my header right here, and then my title, and then I'm going to start copying and pasting. So I'm coming back to my original first draft, and I'm going to take what I wrote in the right hand side here, all of my story, and I'm going to right click and do copy. You can also do Control C, does the same thing, and then paste it right here. So I right clicked and click paste, or you can do Control V, or you can also go to edit, paste right there. So I'm going to paste it in. Okay, so there's the first sentence of my story. Speaking of which, if it's the first sentence of my story, I need to hit the tab button so that I know that it is indented. Okay, so I'm going to keep going back to my first draft, and I'm going to keep copying and then pasting. Oops, that's all I want to do. To fix that. Okay, so just make sure you get just the text. Copy and then paste. Okay, so you keep doing that with your whole story. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and you do that, all of my rising action in here. All my good dialogue. Hopefully you have good dialogue and sensory details in your scary story. Alright, there we go. I finished copying and pasting my story in here. Okay, and now I kind of need to fix it and format it because I copied and pasted it and the font is different and all that. So I'm going to take my cursor and highlight just my story text. Make sure to not get your title in this, but highlight all your story text. And then go to, we're going to do 12-point font up here. Remember, 12-point font is our MLA font, and Times New Roman. Okay, for you it might be at the bottom, down here. Times New Roman, there we go. And then I want to do my paragraph spacing is double spacing, remember? And there we go. Now, it still is not good to go, though, because I've got to indent. I indented the first line, but it didn't indent any other line for me. So I need to go through, and you can either hit the tab button for each time you need to indent, like this, or if you want, you can like hit the backspace button a couple times and then just hit enter, and then it will indent automatically for you. Remember that each time that you have dialogue like this, right, that it is a new, you're indenting again. So I'm going to finish that process here. I indent each time. Oops. Okay. Alright, so there you have it. I have indented each time for each paragraph. Okay. Remember to always indent for your dialogue, just like I've done here. Okay. You should have, your story might not be as long as mine is. Mine's a little over 2 pages. Or it might be longer than mine is. Who knows? But you should have at the beginning, you should have your exposition where you introduce your main character, where you introduce your setting. And then you should have your rising action. Then you should have your climax, your turning point of your story. Then you should have your falling action, and then finally your resolution, how it all ends up in the end. I would, if I was you, I would go ahead and rename this. I would put your last name. So I'm going to put mine, but you put your last name and then Scareative. Okay. And then you can turn that into the Google Classroom assignment that I have made for you. One more thing that you probably want to do is go through and just run the spell check on this. So go to Tools, Spelling and Grammar Check, like this, and then just run this through your spell check just to double check. And once you think that you are ready to submit it as your final draft, then like I said, just attach this to your Google Classroom assignment. And how you do that, you go here to share. And then you click this little button and you click anyone. And then you copy your link like that, copy link. And then you paste it into where it says add work in your Google Classroom. Hopefully this all makes sense. If not, then you can ask me. Thanks.